Now, someone sent me a link. I don't even know how they come across these things, but I'm glad they do. And I'm glad they tell me about it. They came across the official WWE Arabic Instagram page. And a post that was previewing the Drew McIntyre-Dolph Ziggler match at Extreme Rules. And the Arabic to English translation, at least in Google Chrome, didn't exactly come across well. They referred to Dolph as being Drew's ex-boyfriend. I mean, I had no idea they were even involved, but hey, it's none of my business. But it got me wondering. I said, I wonder what other funny translations there might be on WWE's Arabic Instagram page when I go from Arabic to English. And I would imagine that it is probably similar across other languages as well. I haven't tried it with like French and German and other languages. I mean, they probably have Instagram pages, official ones. You got to look for the little blue check mark. But anyway, I would imagine it's probably like this on some other pages as well. But I haven't tried those out yet. I found some funny ones here. I thought just to kind of lighten the mood, I would share some of them with you. First of all, this pay-per-view tonight must have a different name for the Arabic audience, because nowhere do any of these posts that have the Extreme Rules name or the hashtag in them mention Extreme Rules. Instead, they all refer to it as Extreme Rolls, which sounds like something that I would watch on the Food Network. I would totally watch that. Extreme Rolls. They had this one picture of the WWE champion, Drew McIntyre, and it had this caption. It said, Drew McIntyre talks about his plans to defend his title against Dolph Ziggler. Apparently he's German now. In the Extreme Show Rolls Horror Show, and how their relationship will affect the course of the upcoming battle. In previewing the battle between Randy Orton and R-Truth, they had a match on Raw last Monday night. This caption reads, after falling forbidden and crashing into the snake behind the scenes last week, 24/7 Ruth Truth faces Randy Orton tonight in Raw. I guess it's, Monday Night Raw, R-A-O, I guess is the name of the show. On Shayna Baszler's return, we have this gem. China Baszler returned today at the Raw show. I'm sorry, China Baszler. China, and it's not China like C-H-Y, it's China. C-H-I-N-A. So, China Baszler. With this photo of Ruby and Bianca's victory from Monday night, caption says, from 1 to 10, what is your assessment of the new duo of Bianca Blair and Roby Rayotte? What is she, Israeli? Let's see here. They were promoting a mystery guest on a Moment of Bliss from with Alexa Bliss from SmackDown this week. This was the caption. Alexa Place will host a Moment of Place. A star whose identity has not been revealed, but it will be a surprise tonight in SmackDown. Who will you be? Then we had this. Bray Wyatt will send his last message to Universal Champion Braun Strowman tonight in SmackDown, 2 days before their upcoming showdown in the horror show Extreme Rolls. And China Baszler was good, but this one may be my favorite. In previewing the Damian Priest-Cameron Grimes battle from this week's NXT, this says, Damian Breast seeks revenge on Cameron Grimes when he meets him face-to-face tonight at NXT. Now there's a first name that I would like to see Vince McMahon cut when he gets called to Raw or SmackDown. Damian Breast. Get rid of his first name. I guarantee you this guy will get over. Speaking of breasts, Charlotte Flair was in the news this week. Charlotte Flair, as you know, is taking some time away from television. There's no word on when exactly she'll be back, but because of all the rumors going around and stuff being said about her, she took to Twitter to post a series of tweets being very open and just explaining why she's taking time away. And so just to kind of run through these tweets, everybody is aware of why we are not seeing Charlotte Flair for a little while. She said, my air conditioning is broken and we have a little free time. Yeah, I have no air conditioning in here right now either because it makes too much noise, so I'm sweating bullets here. But anyway, she says, my air conditioning is broken. I have some time. These tweets may be spaced out a bit, but we're gonna talk about taking time off, plastic surgery, and boobs. The entire world having an opinion on the topic bothers me more than I care to let on, and so we are going to discuss it. I'm going to save the history of my boobs for a different bedtime story, so picture it. Charlotte, North Carolina, 2018, a young queen shortly after her career-defining WrestleMania victory, finds herself sicker than sick at her brother's house. Says, a trip to the doctor tells us that the likely culprit is silicone poisoning and that my implant has been leaking for quite some time. It was one of the worst cases the doctor had ever seen. At that time, I had few options to fix the issue. Each option had a specific recovery time. I love this job more than anything, so I picked the option that allowed me to return the soonest. That was the choice that I made. Fast forward to a few months ago. Something felt off, so I went back to the doctor, same issue again. This time I'm going with an option that I believe will solve the issue long time, even though the recovery period is a little longer than I would like. And then she was responding to some other people here who said, you don't have to explain yourself. She said, you're absolutely right. I don't owe anybody anything, but I will not allow people to think that I am somehow ashamed of it for even a second longer. She says, to clarify, I do not have silicone poisoning at this time. The surgery is cosmetic to fix an issue from a prior surgery. I'll be back when I am ready. The body will be rested. The mind will still be focused on legacy, focused on this job, focused on being better, always being better. And she's right. She doesn't have to explain herself to anybody. I mean, people make little comments and stuff, but she certainly doesn't have to explain herself to anybody, but there it is. There's the explanation straight from Charlotte herself. And honestly, this might explain why she always lands on her feet with these moonsaults, which just don't look good. Why does she always land on her feet? I think now we know why. Now it all makes sense. She still needs to stop doing that move, I think, but now it all makes sense.